Siasat.com, and today we have Mr. Ashraf Gauri, who's the CEO of Expand CGI and is a famous Dubai-based comic artist and an animator. Assalamu alaikum sir. Welcome to Siasat.com.
Walaikum salam. It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me on your show.
So, as we have known that you have made a mark in the field of animation, and you have won a lot of awards, and you're recognized all over Dubai as a famous artist. So, can you say us how did you get into this field?
I think I'm first and foremost an artist. That's how I started off. I started off at a very early age when I was still in high school. Mm-hmm. So I started doing illustrations and regular comics for the weekly publications called Young Times, Junior News, that were based in Dubai. So I started doing that when I was maybe around 12 or 13 years old. I worked for about 10 years as a freelance artist. I did, and during this time I got into CG. So the CG, the 3D animation part of it was predominantly self-taught. Mm-hmm. And once I got into animation, I started doing commercial work during this time.
Most of the people, as you said, you were like around 12 or 14 when you started. The kids at that age, they don't think of taking up it as a full-time career. So what made you, take animation and the comic, creating comic into a full-time career?
I think I have to give my elder brother credit for that one. A year before I approached the editors of Young Times to join them as an illustrator. My brother had a year before that worked as an assistant for the magazine, and this was where the introduction was made, and this is where the idea came to me as well. But the people at Young Times, the editor over there, saw potential and gave me a small assignment, and that was all I needed to really get started.
What were the hurdles you faced?
Initially, when I started, it was a time before the internet, so there was we didn't have the convenience of doing digital work and emailing and things like that. So it was everything was physical, hand drawn.
So it's just a pen and paper.
Pen and paper. My favorite medium to work for was pen and ink with a Crow quill pen and India ink. So at that time, people used to think that I was more of a senior person who was working along with them. That's later on when they realized that I was actually a kid just like them.
So they didn't know that it was just a 13-year-old kid who was drawing.
Yeah. So I was featured in a couple of their stories. That's how they came to know that I was also like another young timer who got lucky, I guess.
So you're an Indian Hyderabadi who has become famous for his drawings.
I'm not known so much for being a Hyderabadi. I would like to.
Could you say more about your animation film which won recognition in 23rd Cannes Film Festival?
So I got into film and I started creating this, I started writing and conceptualizing and coming up with something that I really wanted to do. I had this idea a while ago. The film is it is a short film. It is a science fiction film. It's computer generated entirely. There were some live shots that were interspersed and composited into the film. It was put together with very limited resources. I used my contacts and friends from social media and so on to actually come and help out and participate.
Eventually it went and it won the best film.
It started off as a very grassroots sort of a project, but once things started catching on, people were really interested in this. It's like how can we participate? The recognition that we received over there was when we applied. The first time it premiered was at the Gulf Film Festival this was in early 2010, and about that time we simply said, now that we're aiming, let's aim big. So we submitted to the Cannes Festival, and they immediately got back saying that your project is good enough to be accepted at the court metrage, and we will be having a screening. Animation is definitely a much more engaging process, because even to come up with a short film, we have to put in like at least 4 to 5 months of hard work. I'm talking production only. So the process, the way it goes is, the first part of it is conceptualizing, where we write down the script, we come up with all the artwork. Once you're writing down the script, then there's a process of shortlisting. So every scene, a scene happens in one area, and during that scene you have multiple shots. And during the shots, your camera is you're visualizing and seeing a particular area, and in that area you have props. So everything, right down to the prop that the camera sees, has to be designed and thought of. Each character can have a team behind it. Each scene can have a team behind it. If you see the credits on any typical animated film, you'll see it has teams that are dedicated from different parts of the world that put together, like, the credits keep rolling on and on and on. That's the amount of work that goes in.
आपको पता है कि इंडिया में ख़ास तौर पर बच्चों को माँ बाप इंकरेज नहीं करते कि आप ड्रॉ करिए, स्केच करिए या फिर एनिमेशन फुल टाइम करिए, जैसा करिए, बिकॉज माँ बाप सोचते कि उसमें ज़्यादा पैसा नहीं है, फ्यूचर नहीं है। आप उन माँ बाप और बच्चों के लिए कहना क्या चाहेंगे? आप
यंग है और आपके पास एनर्जी है और टाइम है, तो ये रिसोर्सेज जो है आगे बहुत काम आने वाले हैं। जो लोग आप देखेंगे कि जो लोग सक्सेसफुल हुए हैं, अपने आप को डेडिकेट करके फुल एक चीज़ के ऊपर मेहनत करें, तो आगे जाके बहुत उनको सक्सेस भी मिलती है, उनका काम भी अप्रिशिएट होता है। ऐसे लोगों के साथ कंपनीज काम करना चाहते हैं, ऐसे लोगों को लोग पसंद करते हैं, इनकरेज करते हैं कि अगर दो लोगों में चॉइस है तो ऐसे लोगों को ज़्यादा पसंद करते हैं जो मेहनती। जब एक फिल्म बनता है, एनिमेशन फिल्म, तो उसमें हंड्रेड्स ऑफ टाइप्स, अलग अलग टाइप के डिफरेंट स्किल्स होते हैं। एक आदमी सिर्फ पेंटिंग्स बनाता है जो बैकग्राउंड में यूज़ होता है, एक आदमी सिर्फ उसका वो लाइट एडजस्ट करता है एनिमेशन, एक आदमी सिर्फ कैमरास एडजस्ट करता है, तो ये स्पेशलिस्ट होते हैं। तो मैं एडवाइस करूँगा कि अभी आप एक्सप्लोर करना अपने ऑप्शंस, फाइंड आउट अपने जो स्ट्रेंथ वीकनेस जो है। अल्लाह ताला जो है ना, हर एक को अपने एक ऐसा स्किल देते हैं जो दूसरों के पास नहीं होता। तो आप अपना स्किल फाइंड आउट करना है, किस चीज़ में आप आगे बढ़ सकते हैं, किस चीज़ में आपका स्किल अच्छा है। कभी राइटिंग ही हो सकती, राइटर्स शायद जितना हॉलीवुड बॉलीवुड में कमाते हैं, शायद इवन सेकेंड रेट एक्टर्स भी उतना नहीं कमाते। तो ये फील्ड, मगर शर्त क्या है कि जो भी फील्ड आप पकड़ते हैं उसमें एक्सेल होना है, नंबर 1 जाना है, नंबर 2 का भी आप एम नहीं करना। I've done a lot of events in the Gulf, especially. I did workshops at the Gulf, the Middle East Film and Comic Con, at Abu Dhabi International Book Fair, Sharjah Book Fair, Sharjah Children's Reading Festival, Hakka and Misk in Bahrain, and so it's all across in Saudi as well. So I've done a lot of these kind of training sessions over there. So I would love to, I've always had this a hopeful idea that if I can be of help, especially to the kids of my country, my city, and I would be more than happy and honored to host these similar workshops and things over here as well.
I always thank Mr. Ashraf Qari for giving his time, and he truly has said that art, let it be in any form, let it be sketching, drawing, animation, it truly brings out who you are, what your feelings, and you have dedication, determination and the zeal to achieve something, you can do it. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.